ago or more, and she said forms. So and other people will have other things that are important.
And I think that's the thing that irritates me the most. It's like everybody knows how to fill in the blanks, but they have absolutely no
Don't know
clue what it means
Yeah.
and what the implications are.
Yeah, but it's also tradition on an area too, because I've done buy sells in Miles City where they want these boxes checked.
Yeah.
Where when we're here in Glendive, something is understood a different way.
Yeah.
And so then it's like, okay, same thing in Sydney. You guys do things, you interpret what should be marked a different way than what is done here.
But that still
And
isn't
if
a
I know
contract.
you're gonna do, it is, but if I know you like to mark this box more importantly, and I know that's gonna make him happy, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Even though I don't traditionally do that, because that's what he wants.
Yeah,
but you know.
but in
what it
Bozeman, you
means.
don't
I
know that.
understand that, but
Very
it's,
nice.
but
I was just gonna say, that's
it's
something like Terry.
interpretation too, and what
that?
area is
That's something like Terry.
interpreting it a
What's
certain
that?
way.
Sure.
His
You gotta have
way.
certain boxes that have to be marked.
And see, you
And
don't
I swear, every
understand.
time you open the forms, they've changed something.
Oh, I know, yes.
It's like
Okay.
I'll go through and I'm like, oh, where would this one come from? You have to
Yeah.
read
The worst
paragraphs and
change in their
this
forms
page
is
at the
having
top.
to put down the person's name, their license number and all this and that when you're working on something.
Yeah.
How many people, I don't know her license number and I don't really care what her license
Yeah,
number is.
yeah.
It doesn't give me, it doesn't do anything for that person that's buying the house.
No.
If they wanna do that between offices, have them do that between offices. Take that
That's the
crap out of
banking,
there.
that's the banking regulation.
Well,
Yeah.
somebody made a recommendation, and I'm not in the real estate field, so I'm like only learning, but in Missoula, someone said, technologically, why can't you just have a drop-down box that's, you type in the person's name, and then the license numbers come up, and then it self-populates. So,
Yeah.
as long as I know your name, then, because
It
it's not
doesn't do
your,
that.
so that recommendation.
Even on the contacts, when you put the contacts in, you put that information in, it doesn't drop that stuff down.
But
there.
it
Well, it
should
did,
be
but it
easy.
didn't write, but the problem was that it didn't put the whole license number down.
Well, yeah, well,
Only the
The
number.
number, not the RRE.
Didn't put all that other garbage
RRC.
they've got on there that
Our
I don't even know what
ridiculously
it
long
means.
license number.
see, do we need the whole license number, or do we just need the R? We don't know.
I
Yeah,
just put the
okay.
numbers down.
Just the
Yeah,
number.
and guess what?
Yeah, but
Nobody's
that
gonna
is-
tell
that's
us.
not legal.
No,
But it's not
Anymore.
enough, but it doesn't
Yeah.
leave enough space to do it
I
all.
know it, I know it.
but
Never
you're
take it
involved
easy.
in these issues.
But that doesn't hurt the
and-
contract at all.
Yeah.
Now, when you're working with young realtors, you're involved in
It
this
does
kind of
now.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because you aren't here to make anybody fail.
No.
Anybody that wants another real estate agent to fail
Yeah.
shouldn't be in the business.
No.
Anytime you get somebody in real estate, you want them to do well. Because guess what?
Yeah.
If they're doing well, the industry's doing well. If they aren't doing well, you're gonna have fizzles. That's the way it's gonna go.
Right.
And you can do all the
And-
stuff you want. I've been doing it a long enough time, I can tell you.
Yeah, that's the only way to stop fizzles,
Yeah.
what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
So, Leif, okay, exactly the exact same words that I heard in Billings yesterday was exactly, we need to do something to increase the professionalism, no matter where you are, if you're in Bozeman or Glendive, because you have to look at if it's really easy to get in. And so, we toyed around, apparently Flathead Valley Community College, Carroll College, Missoula has had a real estate course, which I don't know if they've ever, some of the older realtors, that's how they actually went through getting their licensure, was taking this semester-long course that meets once a week, and, and so you have to get 3 credits. And so, then you need a high school degree to actually take that course, which I think now that it's been bumped up that you do have to have a high school degree to become a
Yeah.
realtor. So, it was an argument whether it was only 10th grade, but now it's apparently bumped up.
I think it's been for a while.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the
I've had
website hasn't changed. So I was in Hamilton last week and they said the website still says 10th grade.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah, so it's,
Required.
yeah, so it's changed. So the argument is that realistic? If you're here and you guys have a county college, is there an opportunity to take a course and then, but then I don't know how all that would work. Is that something that would be a barrier to entry, or would that be more professional if someone before they actually jumped in to the profession and
Well,
not?
I'm gonna give you a dirty customer
Okay,
to work with, California.
okay.
Yeah.
I got my license in California,
Okay.
In order to get an agent's license in California, you have to go through the 80 hours of, what is it, 60 hours, I guess here, isn't it?
Before you take the
60
test.
or 80 hours worth of getting prepared for the test, which was the same problem that we have here as far as that test is
Teaching
concerned. How to take the test, which is the stupidest thing you could possibly do. Give me something that's has some meat to it. That's one thing that I've always felt was wrong. But you also had to have 2 college-level courses under your belt before you could take the test. And they had to be in contracts or economics or something that was business related in terms of operating a business or being in business and understanding what it is. Now, I don't know whether they've increased that in California or not because I've been gone for a long time.
Did you have to have a high school degree?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You did.
Yeah, and you had to have
Sorry.
at least 2 college level courses related to the real estate profession. Then when you wanted to go, you had to have 2 years of experience as an agent before you could try to get a broker's license. And when you got a broker's license, you had to have 3 more college level courses under your belt.
Okay,
So you didn't
okay.
have to have a degree, just the courses. See, and that,
Well,
and
you
with,
didn't have to have a
with
degree, but you had to
online-
have those courses.
Yeah,
And you had to pass them, and when you took continuing ed, in California, it's 45 hours every 4 years. The
Okay.
license renews every 4 years. Here it renews every year.
okay,
We have 12 hours a year.
okay,
And then they stuck an extra 4 hours on us, which didn't accomplish one blessed thing.
okay.
Because when you go to continuing education here, like has been mentioned, it's repetitious very often. The one
Right.
guy that did a real good job was Zane Sullivan,
Sullivan.
Yep,
because he always brought us up to date on what the current law changes have been. And that was meaningful. The thing they failed to do, and if you take, you know, like this year, it's the 2nd year I'm taking my continuing ed on the internet from McKissick. You do that, you take tests. Your test on that's the only way they can prove, as I understand, that they can prove you've taken the test.
so the live continuing ed, they're not allowed to give a test.
I don't know if it's not allowed.
Well, I don't know, they just
There's no
don't do
use
it.
to-
Don't, and
Well-
we're not graded.
No,
They
what
may
they
give out
did-
things we're not.
Well, I was told by someone I assume knew, but said that they're not allowed, that it's a BRR requirement,
It's
which I
not a
said.
requirement, yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
well,
I've heard that too.
it
that
seems
they-
kind of odd.
They can't require it?
They can't require it, because they don't know what to do if you don't,
Pass.
pass the test.
But it seems kind
You
of,
don't get your
Well, that-
license
Strange.
renewed.
I mean-
You don't do
That's-
it.
Well, yeah, that's.
I always found out if you did pass a test
yeah,
and you're sitting in a class, you know whose fault that is? The
Yeah.
instructors.
right?
Serious. Well, you paid
Oh,
your.
Joe, if your ass over your head, you're sleeping, that's
Well-
not his fault.
No, but there's a reason you're sleeping.
Yeah,
We used to always have to take tests, didn't we?
Yeah.
Every time we went to any kind of courses, at the end of the course,
Yeah.
you had a short 10-question quiz, and they went through it and they made sure you knew it. I mean, they went over it verbatim. Here, on this answer, you're gonna get this. Well, anyway, so you're awake for
you have to
7
pay
minutes.
attention.
Well, you were awake for 7 minutes, so you had to listen to that. And that's the truth. There's no-
GRI they test.
Hmm?
GRI they test.
Well, GRI, yeah, but that's a designation.
Yeah.
And see, what we're talking here, we're talking totally different things. We're talking the state of Montana versus the Realtors Association. Those are 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. Because become a real estate agent, you don't have to become part of the Realtors organization. And for our forms, they're gonna use totally different forms than we're gonna use. Well, they probably say about the same, but I've never used them.
That's
So,
right, yeah.
so when we're talking, we can't make everybody join the realtors organization, because guess what? That'd be, you'd get in the hell of a lawsuit. So I'm thinking that maybe the MAR and the state ought to work together in some ways to set up some kind of scenario that if whether you're a realtor or a real estate agent, that there's some similarities of what you have to know.
Yeah,
I mean, so that's a totally different thing, because one's Montana codes and whatever laws, and the other one's the
Association.
ethics and all that stuff. They don't give a damn about ethics at the BRR, because they're gonna turn you if you do something wrong, and if somebody idiot writes it, you're gonna get out of it. And if you have the wrong idiot write it, you're gonna get nailed.
Well, you know, I think the thing that hit me the hardest was when somebody pointed out the difference in licensing requirements. How long do you have to go to school to get your cosmetology license?
13 months.
13,
Months.
I think it's like
2,000 hours.
2,000 hours to cut hair.
And
Yeah.
why shouldn't you
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
to
but
do
when
that
you go
to be a
cut
real?
hair, you're gonna get a paycheck every day.
But we're dealing with legal contracts and have no school.
And we're dealing with people's money.
Well, that's good, we can
And
do
it's
that.
60
I
hours.
understand that, but I don't think you're gonna get people
We're-
that are gonna be able to afford to go to school
We-
for a year and not be able to walk out the door and collect a paycheck, like you can.
We can do that because we have brokers and all that stuff. We can put a, if we wanna make it tough and tell you what we want, there'll be no other guys getting a real estate license in eastern Montana. There'll be nobody else getting their
Well,
broker's
no,
license.
I understand
No,
what
I
you're
don't agree with that.
saying.
I mean-
I appreciate the opportunity to
Because
actually
guess
get
what?
a
We
license
can
without
turn it
having
into this,
to make a good living.
to this.
Yeah,
Now,
okay.
we're grandfathered in.
Right, right.
You get,
Yeah.
I want them to have their PhD in real estate to get a broker's license, okay? Where the hell are you gonna get
Well,
that?
that's what
Yeah.
they're doing to real estate, or to appraisal,
Appraisers.
they're killing
They
it.
are killing it.
I mean, we
But that's,
paid,
but you got a
30
lot of
days to
other
get an
different things
appraiser.
involved there too, besides just that. You got 3 years of
yeah,
That's
they're
what they're
killing
saying,
it,
they're
yeah, that's what
killing
we're
it.
saying. You have to have a college
Get
degree,
somebody
plus you
to
have to
split
shadow
their income
somebody,
with.
exactly.
And we're not even talking about getting close to that. That is an overkill, if there ever was one.
Yeah.
Right, right.
But there has to
You
be
need
you taken your,
some
your
more.
appraisers the same day?
Listen,
When I took mine, I could've
To a
broke
class.
down and taken
there's
my.
no point in going to a class. When I take a kissing online class, there's 10 questions after every chapter of 10 choice quiz. At the end of the course, there's a 50-question overall test on the class. And you gotta get a 70% grade. Now, that you don't know what 50 questions they're gonna stick in front of you. You're not trained to take this test, this question, this question, this question. You got a subject, and out of that subject, which could have 500 questions, you get 50. So
Yeah,
you
but they
better-
have absolutely
You better have
some
a
of
good
them are
idea of what you're
retarded.
doing.
Yeah.
And if you
Which
don't,
lawsuit,
it's worth
what
it.
name,
Right.
it's
There's
like,
no
who
point.
cares
Yeah.
what their names
That's
were.
why guys sit there with their cap over their eyes.
Right.
In California, they didn't used to have tests. They didn't even have an attendance requirement. You came, you sat, they'd sit for 10 minutes and leave.
And left.
And or they'd read, or they'd get their cell phone going. Then they said, no, you gotta be there for 90% of the time. And then they said, okay, now you're gonna get a test when you get through. So you better be there, because if you don't pass the test, you don't get your license.
Yeah,
And you don't get and it gets canceled until you do pass the test.
all right.
Well,
So-
and, you know, switching from what's in continuing ed to how it's offered. I mean, yes, we don't have classes over here. We put them on for 2 years, and now this year, they're not happening. So we've got to either go to Billings, or Bozeman, Missoula, Great Falls, or online. What would be really nice, and see, I don't expect them to offer 3 different classes one in Miles City, one in Sydney, one in Glendive, you know, there isn't that many people that are gonna
To
go.
accommodate that, yeah.
Well, we
That's
already
just
know
like
that, we
the
tried it.
rookie course. If they have a rookie course in Glendive, how many are gonna show
Can't
up?
they teleconference that? I
That
am
would be
sorry.
nice.
I am sorry, we
Yeah.
used to go up to the college
Yep,
and sit in front there and you could interact with that.
yeah.
And they were sitting wherever they were sitting. If you want to go to Billings, you could go to the same class.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do that with the technology that's out there, I see no
Exactly.
reason why
So
they
when
can't.
was this? It happened before that you used to do it that way?
Yeah,
Okay.
10, 15 years
10,
ago.
15
That's when
years.
it first
And
came out.
And then
now
all of a sudden, we didn't, and I don't understand why. I mean, I've refereed for a long period of time.
Yeah,
we go on our computer
Yeah,
to do our stuff, and we click on the computer, it comes right to us.
Yeah.
We sit right in our house, we have to pass
Yeah.
a test for concussion and all this and that, but it's right there. And you can go back and go through it, and you can do this and you can do that. It's made so you actually know it.
Right.
It's not there to fail you.
no,
This
No.
McKinsock, I've never been, but any place that's trying to fail you is wrong.
They don't
Right,
fail you.
that's right.
You can take the test 50 times.
Okay, well, they're okay, then
Believe me, there's courses I've taken, especially with the case law, and they want you to remember the names of the person in the case in California, which I could care less about. The name, I got the concept of what the law was or what the case was, but I don't care what the name is and I'm not gonna remember it. Yeah, you can go through, literally just go click, 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 click. And as soon as you remember those questions and see what the
Yeah.
answers are, they're gonna put them all together at the end and they'll stick in your head and you just fill it out and go, and I didn't.
See, I don't think the
Yeah, you can do it
educators
50
like this
times if you
idea
want.
that we can have this teleconferencing.
see, it's an excellent idea. I taught in Spearfish, South Dakota, and I projected all over the
They-
state of South
The
Dakota, so,
teleconference in Glendive school system,
yeah,
German, was going right to Sydney. The teacher here sat in the class,
right, yeah.
acted as if they were in that class
Right.
there. They
Well,
could
because you
ask-
can see the students.
Right, and
this-
you can listen to
It
them and
almost
everything.
seems like a foreign concept, and I've been saying this everywhere I've been going, trying not to project my opinion, but I'm like, that's why we have amazing technology. And everybody, you know, and I got nailed in Bozeman. Someone was just like, no, we need to be live. And I'm like,
No.
that is
Yeah,
really
you
a
can go on
there.
Zoom, and it doesn't have your
cost them
$100
That's-
every night to spend the night and $100 in gas to get there.
Well, look at your productivity. I mean, if you just drove down to the college and you're live. You're as live. I mean, you're looking. They're asking you questions. You hopefully aren't sleeping.
You don't even need to leave your home.
Yeah,
They're speaking
you can do
Zoom,
it right
where
from-
everybody's face shows up
Sure.
and one person speaks.
And that way you'd have more office, okay, Realty One. We'd all get together, wouldn't we? Down at the office.
Yeah.
Take a look at it down there, we could talk about it, do other things,
Right.
because, you know,
So your stepson, this was my opinion about the rookie course, because no matter where we go, it's not offered often enough, we have to travel. If I'm in Missoula, it's only offered in Bozeman, whatever, people have an issue, it doesn't matter where they've been. I said, so what if it is being offered in Missoula, and you're projecting in from, so if I have a rookie, I might require that he or she come to the office. Maybe I don't want them in their pajamas in their house. Maybe they're in the office so they, have to report in at a certain time. But they're interacting and they're getting that training right out of their pre-licensing test, not 11 months later. So that's what, from what I've been told, they don't want to have a course after October and then before May or June, because people don't want to risk the travel. So if I got my license November 1st, it may be June, maybe, before I do it again. So that's a lot of time I might be making mistakes or not in any type of an interactive situation. So that's, I felt like
We
I
have
was.
that technology in MAR.
Yeah, oh yeah,
We got Zoom operating right now.
sure.
The
Oh,
only-
Political Affairs Committee, the Executive Committee, don't you have it operating?
The only thing though, we gotta that, I really believe that this is the answer for us, the telecommunication.
And that's only because of our demand. We
And-
just on them and on them and on them, and it's just said, we can't get to Helena for every darn meeting.
Sure,
You know,
right?
That's a 5-day trip for me. That's
And it's a
ridiculous.
it's a ridiculous.
Can we let
Jeez.
Mike finish talking?
With 25 people in our class, we just can't have the quality of instructor.
Right.
But if we do it that way, we can have the quality instructor.
Right.
But we've had some of these in the past, and especially through MAR, and I've tried to sit in on them, and there's one little fundamental that a lot of times gets missed. And when they miss this, it falls on its face and it absolutely doesn't work.
Right.
And that is that they've got to have the technology end lined up.
Yeah.
And what's happened is, like in the case of MAR, they're at a hotel doing this thing, and the hotel has 10 megabits per second on the download side, so there's plenty of bandwidth there, but it's got 256K on the upload side. And so I'm sitting at my desk in Sydney trying to participate in this thing, and it's horrible. I
Okay.
can't hear anything, it stops, it freezes.
Right.
I try to
Cell
make a
phone
comment
service.
and I find out that my comment's coming in like 5 minutes